Before we start, John,
Yes.
perhaps we should do a sound check.
A sound check. Sort of checking the levels, a bit like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Sound check level 2. Sound check level 3, slightly louder. Sound check level 1, more relaxed.
Now that we are relaxed.
Yes.
It's not that we weren't before.
No, exactly.
Should we start?
Oh, the countdown.
Countdown.
Okay.
Here we go.
Right. Okay. 3, 2, 1. You're free to go, sir.
Are you a morning person or an evening person?
I think it depends on the time. There might be a period of weeks where I'm quite alert in the mornings, and then other times where I'll get ideas and sort of come to life at night, have an idea at 1:30 in the morning, and it'll keep me awake till 5, something like that. Seasonally adjustable. It varies.
Are you an optimist or a pessimist?
Very much an optimist. Absolutely an optimist. People who are pessimists, it just sort of shows. They seem to be, just programmed for misery. I think if you're a pessimist, you're more likely for things not to succeed.
Are you a warrior or pretty chilled out? Sounds like you're pretty chilled out.
Oh, a worrier. Oh, I thought you said a warrior. A worrier. At times, I might sort of whittle, but only for a short time, and then I'll just sort of shake that off and get on,
When did you first realise that you could do impressions of people?
I would have been about 7 or 8, and where I grew up, in Ormskirk in Lancashire, everyone had these wonderful broad accents, all that lovely Lancashire tone. Everyone spoke like, Fred Dibner or Peter Kay, and as a youngster, I just found this irresistible to copy. And my grandma's cleaner, Mrs. Jump, who would hoover up and she'd say, "Yeah, love, yeah, there's 10p, love, don't tell your mother." And just these rich characters, and I just enjoyed copying their voices when I was young.
Do you do impressions of people in your everyday life?
Yes, I think so. I think I probably do. I've got a habit of, quite often without realising it, just choosing a tone of voice that suits whatever the situation might be. If someone makes a cup of tea, well, that's a good time to go into Lesdos, and are you having a brew? Or maybe I did brand through. Let's have a cup of tea. Just little things like that.
What's more important to you as an impressionist, the sound of someone's voice or their physical mannerisms?
I think it depends on the character in question, whatever you notice first. Somebody like a Simon Cowell has all of these sort of distinctive hand gestures, gesticulations, and that sort of dictates the tone of the voice. They sort of work together. Other times, you might notice the voice first. Tony Blair had this when he was Prime Minister. He's probably more relaxed now, but this staccato sort of way that you noticed in the voice, sort of immediately, and this kind of clenched vanity that made him, serious forehead, as the old Dead Ringers scripts used to go.
Do you enjoy politics? Does it give you rich pickings?
Yes, I think it does. I think politicians, they're very gruff characters with a sort of, characters like Ken Clarke. Boris Johnson now is probably my favourite politician. Vince Cable as well is another one. He's a character I'm studying at the moment. But yes, they've got a sort of a wonderful kind of jocular gruffness about them that you can play with, and impressionists have always needed politicians to be good characters for years and years and years.
Do you meet the people that you do impressions of?
Quite often, yes. Quite often, and it's always an interesting moment. It always normally starts off with they point at you like that as if to say,
I've got your number.
Yeah, a little bit, but I think people are always quite happy to have an impression done of them. It's flattering in a way because it means that if you can have an impression done of you, then you're well known enough and everyone's going to understand who you are and that kind of thing. Although at times the scripts can be a little bit ruthless or cheeky or mischievous.
Do you tend to study your characters on TV or listening on the radio?
A little bit of each. When Dead Ringers was on the radio, week by week we'd be sent a reference CD of voices, little clips of people, or sound files emailed, so you can listen that way, or simply rather like learning a language, watching a Sky Plus recording of a certain person and just watch and repeat and take it back. And I remember Griff Rhys-Jones on a programme that he was doing had this wonderful sort of emphatic moment where he did that, and I thought, oh, that was good, I'll pick that out and just rewind it and have another look. And you study these little moments like that.
What do you think you would have done if it hadn't been impressions?
I think probably something quite unusual still. Maybe an archaeologist. I'd love the idea to be in Mexico looking for dinosaurs.
Do you see yourself as a comedian as well as an impressionist? 5 seconds to go.
Yeah, I think so, yes, absolutely.
And are you happy?
Yes.
And that is all, folks.
And at the end of that round, you've scored 16 points. From all of us here, a very good night.
Good to see you.
Thank you.